Use a laser and resin to create a beautiful faux stained glass Christmas ornament. Hello, I am Katie, the Crafty Blog Stalker, and if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and ring that bell so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming craft tutorial videos. I've got most of the supplies that we're going to be using laid out on my table here, and we're also going to be using a free SVG that I designed specifically for this project. So you will be able to find the links for all the supplies and that free SVG either in the description of this video or in the blog post. I have already cut the file out of black transparent acrylic. I used my OMTech, but this SVG file will work with any laser machine that accepts SVGs. Here is my cute little snowman cut out. The first thing I need to do is punch out all of these little pieces and then remove this paper liner. I don't want to throw away all of these pieces because we're going to be using the buttons and the face. I'm going to bring in some resin tape, and this is thick resin tape. It is 5 inches wide, and we're going to apply our snowman outline to that tape, and then we can cut it off from the roll. The resin tape is going to be our temporary back to hold our resin in all of these openings of our snowman. I want to take that backing off of the extra pieces that we're going to use, like the buttons and the face. And you can do that by carefully scraping at that paper with a craft knife to start to lift it, and then you can just peel it away. To place all of our pieces, I'm going to use a pair of tweezers and put them down where I want them and then press them down. All right, all of our pieces there are in place and pressed into that resin tape. We are going to be making A-B resin, which basically just means that you mix the same amount of A and B into a cup, and we're going to make about 20 milliliters. So I'm going to add 10 milliliters of each. And then to stir, we're just going to use a popsicle stick, and we just want to stir that for probably about 30 seconds or until it is well combined. I'm going to be using 5 different colors, so I'll need a total of 5 of these little medicine plastic cups. And we are going to start with the orange. And we don't need very much orange at all. Put a little bit in a cup, add 1 drop. We're going to be using the orange for the nose. And then I'm also going to be using these little plastic bulb syringes. And I'm just going to use that to stir that color in. And then I can use that bulb syringe to pick up the color as well. I like to keep a paper towel handy, so I'm just going to clean off that tip. And then I can use this applicator to drop that resin into those little nose openings. And then I can use a toothpick just to make sure that I've got that resin all the way in there. Then if I go over the top real quick with a lighter, that will pop any bubbles that are there on the surface. Next, let's do the arms. Again, we're not going to need very much. And this time I'm going to use bronze for the brown twig arms. And now we can add it to the arms. And the key with resin is to really just go nice and slow. No hurry. When you go try and hurry, that's when you get air bubbles and it just won't look as nice. Next, let's do the red. And the red we're going to put in his hat and in his scarf. Next, we're going to do the black. So again, in the hat and in the scarf. For our white, we added some white colorant and then this really pretty no sink diamond glitter. And as hopefully you can see, it just kind of gives it that iridescent look like snow. And again, we're going to take our little bulb syringe and carefully add our white. For these larger areas, I'm just going to carefully just scoop it in there. That looks really, really good. I'm going to go over it one last time. Just a quick shot with my Lighter, pop any air bubbles. This is the type of resin that has to sit for about 24 hours for it to cure completely. Here is one that I made yesterday so that we could have one to peel today. And all you have to do is peel that resin tape back. And there is our cute little ornament. I love how these turned out. They are so stinking cute, and they're gonna look great on a tree with next to lights, with the lights shining behind. They're gonna be so cute. For the hanger, I am just going to use some ribbon. Keep it real nice and simple. Put the two ends together. Tie a knot and trim off those edges, or ends I mean. Feed that ribbon through the hole. Pull the end through the loop and pull tight. And there is our cute little Christmas ornament. What do you guys think? These cute little ornaments are nice and sturdy since they are made with acrylic and resin and will last for years to come. If you want more fun craft tutorials, make sure to check out my website, thecraftyblogstalker.com. Thanks everyone. Bye and happy crafting.